40 at the 39.
Move those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Bridgewater. A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 25.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Walk time. Tie it right. Check.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. David Njoku with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Buccaneers 7, Jaguars nothing. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Whip. Watch the whip.
Bridgewater on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch out.
Bridgewater again. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. The 20. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Philip Lindsey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Hatch it. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, run.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Set, ready. Sit to Pittsburgh. Tight end right. Tight end right.
They'll run with Lindsey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's Prescott. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, and he completes it to Hunt. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. They'll throw again. Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Bridgewater now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Bridgewater. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
And again, it's Bridgewater. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
That's good for another Jacksonville first and goal at the 3-yard line.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Watch left. Watch left. I'll get it.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
It's now second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Hunt, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On third down, it's Prescott. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Kill. 27. 59 mark. Check.
Prescott from the gun on third. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Fourth down, Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Preston Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Jaguars. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's the second sack of the game. But this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott now. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
We play to win. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Check safety.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
Left. All day, every day, any day.
Another run by Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Come on, set. Ain't together. Right now, you want in the face. Check. Pull it.
Now Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Willie Henry with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And it is incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now Prescott on 4th down. Being chased out left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe he'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing, Bridgewater. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
That's good for a Jaguar.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lindsey. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. A beautiful fake. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On second down now, it's Lindsey, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Jaguars. Will Fuller, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run with Hunt. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Prescott. And he's going to go down. They they sack him back at the 42.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Prescott. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Completes it to Watt. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That's good for another Jacksonville first and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And they will take a knee here.
On the ready.
91 is the mic. Mike 91. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
5.
And they take a knee.